student, I am here once again in front of you with a new topic, with a new lesson. The name of a lesson is the Festival of Eid. It is written by Munshi Premchand. Now children, we celebrate a different type of festival in India. There are the different religions celebrate a different type of a festival, and each festival has its own significance. Now here you can see a picture. So three different pictures are being given. One is of Diwali, one is of Christmas, and one is of Eid. Now Diwali has been celebrated by Hindu, or specifically by all the religious. Christmas is celebrated especially by a Christian community, but in India it is celebrated by all of us. And here it is Eid. Now students, I will start with the lesson. Now this is a story of a small boy, that how he celebrate his Eid, as he had only 3 paise in his pocket, and by the end of the day, how he utilized that 3 paise for his grandma. Today we are going to see this in this lesson. The long month of Ramzan is over. Today is the festival of Eid. It's a wonderful morning. The trees seem greener than ever. The field look colorful, and even the sun seems to be shining brighter. The village is buzzing with activity. Everybody is up early to go to Idgah Mosque. So after a long month of Ramzan, now students, you know what is the Ramzan period? Yes, during this period of the time, mainly the Muslim community peoples, what they do? They observe a fast throughout the day, and they celebrate Eid after the 1 month of the Ramzan. So the festival of Eid has been almost on the way. The day was a Eid, and the environment was wonderful. The morning was very pleasant. There was a greenery around the field. Everywhere there was a beautiful colorful flowers. The people has wear different types of colorful clothes, and there were lots of hustle and bustle. There was a lots of noise. Okay, and everybody was ready to go for a Idgah. Idgah is a place, or we can say a ground, a very big ground, where the people offer a prayer, a Ramzan prayer. The children are more excited than the other. They have been dreaming about this day for so long. At last, it is here. Today they will go to a Idgah fair. They will also eat lots of delicious sevai, vermicelli, pudding cooked in a milk and a sugar. So who were very eager? The children. Yes, so they were very eager to celebrate the Eid. Why? Because on that day they will go to the fair, and even they will get to eat a sevai. Okay, that is made up with vermicelli, milk and sugar. The happiest boy in the village is Hamid. He is only 4, poorly dressed, thin and pale. His father died last year of cholera. Then his mother wasted away. Wasted means she also became very thin and weak. And without any finding out what had ailed means why she was certainly unwell. She also died. So you can see the Amir had lost his father and mother. Now Hamid slept in his Ammijan Amin's lap, that means in a lap of his grandmother, and is a happy. Azala, she tell him that his father has gone to earn money. So what the grandmother used to say to the Amir, that when his father has gone, he has gone to earn money, and will return with a sack full of silver, and that his mother has gone to Allah to get lovely gift for him. This make Amit very happy. Hope is a magical thing. For a child, there is nothing like a hope. So, in spite of telling the truth that he has lost his mother and father, what the grandmother used to say, the grandmother used to say that his father has gone away to earn money for him, and when he will return back, what he will bring? He will bring a silver, and his mother has gone to Allah, okay, has gone to Allah to get a lovely gift from him. So when they both will return, they both will bring a very precious gift for him. So that was a little hope for the little child. A child imagination can turn a mustard seed into a mountain. Hamid has no shoe on his feet. His clothes were worn out, and the gold thread on his cap has turned black. Nevertheless, Hamid is happy. See, the little imagination that when their parents will return back, he will get all sorts of the thing, all sorts of the happiness. With that little hope, he was living such a worst life. His clothes were completely torn off. He was not having a shoe on his feet. Even his cap was being turned into a black. The golden, we can say, the golden outline that has turned into a black. But still Amir was very happy. He know that when his father come with a sack full of silver and his mother with gift from Allah, he will be able to fulfill all his heart desires. Then he will have more than Mahmud, Mohsin, Nuri and Shami. These are all other name of his friends. In our hovels means a very small poorly hut or built house, we can say. Amina shed bitter tears. She said to herself, "Today is Eid and I don't even have a handful of grain. If only my son Amid were alive." So today was an Eid and she was shedding her tears. I mean, she was crying. Why she was crying? Because there was no handful of grain in their house, so that she can make something good for Hamid. And what she think? Today, if my son Hamid were alive, all the other fathers would take their children to the fair. Who will take my little Hamid? How will he walk the 7 kilometers to the Idgah Mosque? He doesn't even have a pair of shoes. He will get blister on his feet. Blister means several cuts, you can say. If I could go with him, I would have carried him in my arms and had he got tired. But then who will make sevai at home? Now see, as a grandmother, she loves a son very much. So, what's she think? So, who will take Amit to the fair? Because all other children, their fathers are going to take them to the fair. It is a 7 kilometers away, so it is not possible for the Amit to walk for such a long distance because he was not having a shoe on his feet. If she will take Amit to the fair, then who will make a sevai for him? Then Amit comes to his beloved Ammaji. "Don't worry about me, Ammijan," he said. "I am going to Idgah Mosque with my friends. I will be the first to come back." The villagers live in one party. One party means in a group. With the boys is Hamid. They run on ahead of the elders and wait for them under a tree. So there was a group of children, a group of pupils, those who were visiting the Idgah Mosque. Okay, what the children was doing? They were running ahead from the elders and they used to wait under a tree. Hamid has only 3 paise in his pocket, but he has a wing on his feet. So how many paise the Hamid was having? He was having only 3 paise, but this 3 paise has provided a wings to Hamid's feet. The streets are crowded. Grown-ups with a long mustaches, and children wearing shining new clothes jostled each other. Tongas and carts filled with street. Everybody is going to Idgah Mosque. At last, they reach the Idgah. Now the prayer is over. Men embraced each other. They descended on, that is, arrived at a place. The sweet shop and a toy stories, like an army moving as an assault, that is, a violent attack. In this matter, the grown up is no less eager than the boy. So, after completing the prayer, so what happened? All has rushed towards the sweet shop and the toy shop. As how it was looking? It was looking as the army was moving towards the group, those who want to attack a violent attack. Okay. Not only the little boys, but it was also the matter was going with the grown-ups. Look, here is a swing. Pay a paise and enjoy riding up to the heaven and then plummeting down. Plummeting down means falling straight down from a high place. So students, you might have enjoyed the riding, right? In a fair. And here is a merry-go-round and strung with a wooden elephant, horse and camels. Pay 1 paise and have a 25 round of fun. Mahmud and Mohsin and Noori and a few other boys mount the horse and camels. So all were enjoying the rides, all were enjoying the camels, all were enjoying the rides of an elephants. Hamid watched them from a distance. All he has is 3 paise. He could not afford to part with a third of his treasury for a few miserable rounds. See, the little child, he was just standing away and he was just looking toward his friend, how they were enjoying, because he was only having a 3 paise. And he could not like to waste those 3 paise for silly merry rounds. Now it is a time for the toys. There is a row of a stall on one side with all kind of toys. Soldiers and milkmaid, kings and ministers, water carriers and washerwoman and holy man. So now it's the time to buy a toys. So in a toy shop there were all kinds of toys like a soldier, milkmaid, king, minister, water carriers, washerwoman, holy men. How live-like they look. Hamid watched as Mahmud by a policeman in khaki with a red turban on his head and a gun on his shoulder. Mohsin buys a water carrier bent under the weight of his water bag. Noori buys a model of a lawyer. What an expression of learning he has on his face! A black gown over a long white coat with a gold watch chain going into a pocket, a fat volume of some law book in his hand. This toy costs 2 paise each. All Hamid has his 3 paise. So all the toys, they were like a lifelike. They were looking so real. So all his friend has bought a different types of a toy. But what about the Hamid? Now each toy cost 2 paise and Hamid was having only 3 paise with him. How can he afford to buy such an expensive toy? If they drop from his hand, they would be smashed to bits. If a drop of water fell on them, the paint would run. What would he do with a toy like this? They did be no use to him. Maybe he could just hold his friend toys for a bit. Now see, a little child. Every child has a curiosity to buy a toy. Yes, when you also go for a fair, you ask for a different types of a toy. See here the Amit. He was thinking about the little bit of the things that these toys are no, even he wants to buy it, but he thinks that suddenly if the toys fall from his hand, it will break it out. Suddenly if the water water drops will fall on these toys, what will happen? The colors will run out. So these are the little things the boy was thinking before buying the toys. And what was the reason? The reason was that he was having only a 3 paise and he doesn't want to utilize those 3 paise on the useless thing. But the toys are all new and nobody wants to share them. They walked to the sweet shop. Amit watched his friend buy big juicy gulab jamuns, sticky halwas, and yellow rose scented laddus. They snacked their lips with relish. Only Hamid is left out. He has 3 paise. Why doesn't he also buy something to eat? He looked hungrily at the others. Now, after that, after buying the toys, where all of them went? They went to the sweet shop. And what was the sweet available there? Gulab jamun, laddu, halwa, all things were there. And everyone was enjoying the delicious part of the sweets. But who was only standing far away? Amit. Mohsin, say, Amit, take this sesame candy. It smells good. Amit suspect it is a cruel joke. He know Mohsin doesn't have so big a heart. But knowing this, Amit goes to Mohsin. Mohsin, take a piece out and hold it toward Amit. Amit stretched out his hand. Mohsin put the candy in his own mouth. Mahmud, Noore and Shami clapped their hands. So what the Mohsin asks Hamid, so why don't you buy this candy, sesame candy? This smells very good. Now for Hamid it was a cruel joke. Yes, even he know the Mohsin has not a great heart. He will not share the things with the Hamid. But still, what he did, he went near to the Mohsin to get a piece of the candy. But what the Mohsin did, in spite of sharing with the Amit, he just put it inside his mouth. And the other boys or girls, other friends who were standing there with them, they started clapping their hands and have a jolly good laugh. Amit is a crestfallen, that means he felt very sad. Mohsin said, this time I will let you have it. I swear by Allah, I will give it to you. Come and take it. Amit replied, you keep your sweets. Don't I have the money? All you have is the 3 paise, says Amit. What can you buy from 3 paise? Amit replied, I don't care for sweets. Books are full of bad things about eating sweets. In your heart, you must be saying, if I could get it, I would eat it, says Mohsin. Why don't you take the money out of your pocket? I know what this clever fellow is up to, say Mahmud. When we have spent all our money, he will buy sweet and tease us. After the sweet shops, there are some stalls selling the thing made of iron and metal pots and pans. The children move on. They are not interested, all except Amit, who stopped to look. He sees a pair of iron tongs. He thinks of his Ammi Jaan. The fire burned her fingers every time she make rotis. How happy she would be if Amit gave her a tongues. His friend would be sure to laugh. But wasn't this more important to his grandmother? Now, after the sweet shops, there was a stall of iron, things made of irons, metal pots and pans. Now, children there were not interested on buying the things. So, what they did, they moved on. But who was standing there? Amit. Why? Because he wants to buy a tongues. A tongues. Why he wants to buy a tongues? Because he thought of an Ammi Jan. She used to burn her finger every time whenever she used to make a roti. He also know that his friends would laugh at him, but that was not most important. What was the most important for Amit? That he wants to buy a tongues for his grandmother. Immediately he asks the shopkeeper, "How much do they cost?" "6 paise," says the shopkeeper. Amit heart sinks. "Tell me the correct price," he says. "5 paise for you. Take it or leave it," replied the shopkeeper. "Please, may I have it for 3 paise?" asks Amit bravely. He walks off quickly before the shopkeeper can shout at him. The shopkeeper does not shout. "All right, take it," he says. Amit's friends laugh as he walks towards them, proudly carrying the tongues. Then they start walking home. Mohsin laughs and says, "Are you crazy? What will you do with these tongues?" Amit flings the tongues on the ground and replies, "Try and throw your water carrier on the ground. Every bone in his body will break." Now, everyone was making a fun of Amit, that why he has bought a tongue. So when a Mohsin asked him, "What you are going to do with this tongue?" So what the Amit did? He just threw the tongue into a ground. And what he asked? "Now you throw your water carrier." That is a toy he has brought from the fair. And see what will happen. His single bones will break into pieces. Memosi, "Are these tongues some kind of toy?" "Why not?" retort Amit. "Place them across your shoulder, and it is a gun. While them in your hand, it is like a tongue carried by the singing mendicant. They can make the same challenging sound as a pair of cymbals. One smack and they will reduce all your toy to dust. My tongue will last forever." So what reply Amit has given? That hold the tongue in your shoulder, it will be like a gun. And if you hold it in your hand, it will be like a singing mendicant. What is an instrument? Mendicant means an instrument where the pupil used to play. Okay? Mainly displayed by the beggar to beg. And if you smack them, and it will, if I will smack the tongue upon your toys, what will happen? All your toys will be turned into a dust. Sami, who had bought a small tambourine, asked, "Will you exchange them for my tambourine? It is worth 8 paise." Amit pretends not to look at the tambourine. "My tongues, if they want to, could tear apart your tambourine. All it has is a leather skin, and all it can say a dub dub. A drop of water could silence it forever. My brave pair of tongues can weather water and storm." The pair of tongues wins over everyone to his side, but no one has any money left, and the fairground has been left far behind. So Amit had replied each and everyone, and he has proved that the thing he has bought from the fair, that is a tongue, was very nice from all other things they had brought. And now the children was very annoyed. Why? Because neither the money was left with them and the fair was left quite behind, but it was not possible for them to go back. It is well past 9 o'clock and the sun is getting hotter every minute. Everyone is in a hurry to get home. Even if they talk, their fathers into it, they could not get the tongues. This Hamid is a bit of a rascal, the children thought. He saved his money for the tongue. As soon as Amina hears Amit's steps, she comes running out and takes Amit in her arms. Suddenly, she sees the tongues. Where did you find this? She asks in surprise. I bought them, said the little boy proudly. I paid only 3 paise. You are a silly child. It is almost noon and you haven't had anything to eat or drink. And what do you buy? Tongues. Couldn't you find anything better than this pair of iron tongues? Amit replied in injured tone. You always burn your hands on the fire. That's why I bought these tongues for you. The old man temper the old woman's temper suddenly changed to a love. What a selfless child he is! What a large caring heart he has! Even at the fair, he thinks of his old grandmother. The tears from her ears as she gathered the teeny child into her arm and prayed for Allah to bless him. So, children, you might have understood the story very well. So, how Amit had utilized his 3 paise by buying a tongues for her grandmother. Okay, children? Huh? So, children, you might have understood the lesson very well, that how the Amit had utilized the 3 paise by buying a tongue for his grandmother. Okay, children? So, you might have understood the lesson very, very well. Now, it is the time of a grammar. So, children, we will start directly from the grammar now. Today, I am going to explain you about the compound sentence. You have already learned about main and subordinate clauses. The main clause is also called as independent clauses. A simple sentence has one main clause. A sentence which has main and a subordinate clause is called a complex sentence. A sentence which has two main or two independent clause is known as a compound sentence. The independent clauses are joined by a coordinating conjunction. Now read this sentence. Simple sentence. Today is the festival of Eid. Complex. If they dropped from his hand, they would be smashed to bits. Compound. The tree seems greener than ever. The field looks colorful and even the sun seems to be shining in brighter. The highlighted word is a coordinating conjunction. Now children, we will underline the coordinating conjunction. The white horse has not won many prizes, but, what I will use? But, it knows many tricks. They left early, for they had work to do. It was getting dark, yet we stay indoor. She opened the cupboard and she looked inside. The bear ate all that was in our basket, so we could not enjoy the picnic. Okay, children? Now here we are going to use the homophones. That is, I have already explained you in the previous chapter. The word that is pronounced the same as another word is different meaning and spelling. Okay? For example, like sun, sun. Here the sun S-U-N, here the sun is S-O-N. Both the spellings are different, but the pronunciation mostly are same. The emperor reign lasted for a decade. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail, P-A-I-L, pail of water. The sky is beautiful blue, B-L-U-E, blue this morning. Mother has gone to buy some meat, M-E-A-T, meat. Okay, children? So, you might have understood the grammar as well as lesson. So, have a good day. We will meet.